Hey guys, it's Megan. Today I'm going to be talking about The Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 1 that premiered last night. I am so excited to talk about it today because it was amazing and I'm a huge fan, so I think it could have been the most horrible episode ever and I still would have thought it was amazing. So this, me talking is going to contain lots of spoilers, so please, if you have not seen the episode, don't watch this because I will ruin it for you and I won't feel sorry. So I'll give you a moment, step away, turn me off, don't watch if you haven't seen it. So if you're watching this now, you understand that you have watched Season 4, Episode 1 of The Walking Dead, and I'm not going to feel sorry if you're still watching this and you haven't seen it yet, because I'm going to spoil it for you. So my first impression was, this is amazing. The little farm getup that they have outside of the prison was really cool, with all of the vegetables and the pig and the horses and the kitchen area that they've built up. It was amazing. The one thing that I couldn't really figure out was the time frame. How long has it been since the end of Season 3? When Season 3 began, we kind of knew how long it had been because Lori was now just about to have her baby, and before she wasn't showing at all, so we knew that it had been like maybe 7 or 8 months in between. We know that it's been kind of a while because they've had the time to build up all of this stuff outside the prison and start a council, and it seems like everybody really has their place. It's more like a community now, but they still, unless I missed it, they didn't really give us a time frame. If you figured it out, let me know in the comments below because I'm really interested to hear what you think. Okay, so the first thing that I have to talk about is Daryl and Carol. Now, all of you Norman Reedus fans out there, Daryl Dixon fans, know that you have wanted him to have some kind of romance since Season 1, I'm pretty sure. We've been talking about the Daryl-Carol situation for a while on Twitter, and I know that we're all really rooting for it to happen. So of course, as soon as Season 4 started, we are all looking for any kind of signs of, them maybe being together, getting together, liking each other, that kind of thing. So immediately, my first impression was, oh my god, Daryl looks amazing. I'm pretty sure everybody else was freaking out on his first scene. I really liked the kitchen scene where Carol was like, I liked you first, and Daryl is a little bit overwhelmed with all of the, with everybody looking up to him and the boy coming up to him, and thanking him for the deer and all of that good stuff. I also thought it was hilarious when Carol called him Pookie. I don't know. I immediately was like, yes! They love each other, but of course I'm completely overreacting. I think we can tell that they're not really like that yet, but we're all hoping, so we're looking for any little sign. I definitely see their relationship building. They're becoming a lot closer. I don't know, I wouldn't say how close, you can't really tell, but yeah, I was just really excited to see that and see that they still have this kind of connection, whether it's just really good friends because they've been through so much or if it's progressing into something else. We don't know, but I kind of have a feeling we're going to see something in Daryl's future. The other thing was Herschel was walking around on 2 legs. I did not even notice at first. He was walking in like the little garden area and he was talking to Rick about how Rick needs overalls and stuff. And all of a sudden I was like, oh my god, he's walking on 2 legs. Like, do you see that? I just thought it was really funny because they didn't pan down or anything. So I hadn't noticed at that point that he was walking on 2 legs, and then they didn't show how, and I'm assuming he's got some sort of peg leg or something. And then afterwards, in The Talking Dead, the show that follows The Walking Dead, if you don't watch it, you should, they talked about it. They showed like a zoomed in shot of him kneeling down on the ground, and you can see that he's got some kind of prosthetic there. And then later in the episode of The Walking Dead, later in that show, they showed him sitting kind of in the prison, and you could see that there was, it was so dark, you could see that there was maybe his prosthetic sitting there next to him, I think. I couldn't see very well. It might have been just my TV. I have a really old TV. But so you could see that they've had time to like find this for him, and he's getting around on 2 legs. Like, he's not the old man, that can't do much like he was in the end of season 3. Like, he is a huge part of this community and the gardening and taking care of feeding everyone. He even said that they almost don't have to go on any runs anymore, which I thought was pretty amazing, that he has built up this garden so well that he's providing for this huge community that they've built here. Okay, so we also have to talk about the is Maggie pregnant and the big spot scene where all of the walkers fell through the ceiling. That was a pretty amazing scene. First off, I kind of had a feeling that there was something going on between Glenn and Maggie when Glenn said that he did not want her to go today, where he was like, you're gonna stay here. I just had this feeling that there was something else, and because I've read the comics, I kind of was thinking pregnancy, that she might be pregnant, maybe they haven't told anyone. And so when they're in the store and Glenn is looking at the camera and then he ends up looking at the picture album for like the baby boy, I was like, oh my God, she's pregnant. Which I was kind of excited for, but then at the same time I was like, what the hell are you doing? You cannot bring another baby into this horrible world when you can barely provide for the one that you guys already have, Judith, which I guess they're providing for her, but it's really hard to look after a baby, you know, in the end of the world scenario. So I was freaking out about that. And then when the roof started collapsing in, are you kidding me? That was so intense. For one, I'm a little bit like confused about why the roof would be falling in. I don't think it's been that long since, you know, this whole zombie apocalypse sort of thing started happening. I mean, I realize it's been over a year, but it just kind of seems weird that the roof would suddenly cave in. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys know better. Tell me in the comments below if you can somehow explain this to me, because I get that the weather, you know, and maybe the walkers up on the roof just walking continuously. I don't know. It just seems really weird that the whole roof would cave in. But regardless, that scene was amazing. It was crazy. I guess you can't really expect anything less from the first episode of The Walking Dead season 4. We knew it was going to be nuts. But that scene was pretty awesome. And then we found out that Maggie is not pregnant, which I kind of was like, that's great, you know, and they both seemed kind of excited, but we know that Maggie kind of wants to settle down a little bit. That's her character. She feels safe right now. She wants that kind of family situation and to live life as if things were normal. Then when Rick was in the forest checking his snares and Claire came by, and I totally thought she was a zombie, which I think everyone else did too. And then she spoke, and my first thought was, oh my gosh, the walkers can talk now. They've evolved. And then I was like, no, that's crazy. They can't do that. But I knew that there was something about her, those weird looks, like, and I kind of thought, I don't know that it's that she's just crazy. I think that she's got plans or something. So as they were walking, I just knew that she was leading him into some kind of trap. I mean, I'm pretty sure we all did. But Rick, you know, I guess he just wanted to see for himself. At that point where he asked her about the airport and the statues that were there, I think that that was a test. I think that the statue that he said was his favorite wasn't really there. And when she said, oh yeah, I like that one too, I kind of think that he then knew. I feel like you could see the look on his face, that maybe she was lying. And then I just wasn't expecting when he got back to her actual camp. I wasn't expecting what I saw. I thought that she was talking to an invisible person, that she had just gone crazy. I didn't see the head in the bag on the ground. I thought either she's talking to her husband's ghost, you know, that she thinks that she sees, or she's talking to some kind of pet or animal, you know, that she's captured, like a bunny or a rat or something. And then when she lunged at him and tried to kill him and said that she just needed live meat or something, I realized that it was her husband's walker corpse thing. I didn't realize that it was just his head, and they never showed it, and I think that that was a good play because it kind of leaves it to our imagination. I don't think Rick killed her at the end. When she stabbed herself and she said she wanted to become a walker, I kind of I feel like he just walked away. Tell me if I'm wrong. That was kind of what I got from the scene. After she spoke to him her last words, you know, I think he just walked away. Let me know what you guys think or what you caught there. And then the last thing I want to talk about, because this is already getting to be really long, is the end of the show when Patrick, if you don't know who he is, he's the boy with the glasses that was feeling sick during story time, and so he left. I thought that he was feeling queasy over talking about knives and killing walkers. I did not catch until the end that he was actually feeling sick. And then when he was walking, you know, in the middle of the night, coughing everywhere through the prison, I immediately thought, and stumbling, I thought, oh my God, this is some kind of airborne virus. This is not just the flu. This is not just some bad cold. Like, something is wrong with him. And then when he walked into the shower and he's coughing in that water supply that they were taking a shower in, I was like, oh, hell no, this is not good. And then he passed out and cracked his head on the floor, I guess. And he died. And then he opened his eyes and they pan down and his whole mouth and face is bloody. And I thought that maybe he would have hit, you know, the back of his head or something. Did he really hit his face? Because then my first impression, because I did not see it for very long, you know, it was a very quick scene. I thought, oh, is this like a flesh-eating thing, you know? Like, did it eat away part of his face? I just couldn't really see. So tell me what you guys think. And then he's a walker. And now we know, because we've seen all of these commercials for this, you know, The Walking Dead season 4, and we see that walkers infiltrate the prison, but we don't know how. And it turns out that it's one of their own turned, which I was just crazy. And then they leave it hanging, so you know all the chaos is gonna break loose in episode 2. But what it also leaves us with is, what killed him? I mean, what kind of virus, if it's not this, you know, walker virus that's already inside of them, what is it that would make him so sick that he would just die from it? Or maybe it was just the fact that he passed out and he died on the, you know, he cracked his head on the floor. It just seemed really weird. Like, it seemed like he was very, very sick. So, and then when I watched The Talking Dead afterwards, it showed that they were talking about how they think maybe the virus is airborne or something, that there's something weird going on here, and that's why the pig died. And that's, you know, I feel like they kept showing animals dying in this episode, even that. That's it. That's all I'm going to talk about today. I hope that you guys like this. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, please. I'm going to be doing this every week. So if you want to see more of these, I would love it if you would subscribe to me. Tell me what you want to talk about. I would love to talk to you guys more in the comments below. So leave me a comment on your favorite scene, or your least favorite scene, or what you're looking forward to in the next coming episodes. You guys can find me on Twitter at Meg Stansfield. The link is in my About Me. And I would love to talk to you guys more about it. I will see you next week. I hope you guys have a wonderful day today. I love you. Bye.